Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to NAUI's Dive Team Report. I'm your host, Greg Martin. You know, I realized that we hadn't checked in with the NAUI HQ for some time, and I wanted to touch base with the head honcho man himself, NAUI's Executive Director, Dallas Edmiston, to see what is new and exciting and all the neat things that are happening at NAUI. Dallas, I keep seeing some emails and cool things happening at NAUI. Let's find out. What's going on?
Wow, what's going on? Well, I'll tell you what, 2017 is shaping up to a very busy year. Members who have been reading their emails, and I hope people take the time to do that. We do have the ability to say what is the reader rate, and I got to tell you, it's never quite what I want it to be, but I get it that people are busy, and we do try to communicate and keep people informed. So whether it's new happenings coming up with DEMA this year. We'll have a couple of keystone, maybe that's not the right word, but some very good workshops for our NAUI members up at DEMA. Our alliance with Dan is strong, and we'll be putting on a full-day NAUI first aid instructor workshop, really designed to up everyone's game with teaching of NAUI first aid and using the Dan materials that we've co-branded with Dan for first aid instruction. We're doing some work with lifeguard systems and on public safety diving. We have a new workshop that would be of interest to all NAUI members called Essentials for NAUI Leadership Development. And there have been a lot of changes since 2015 in the pathway to leadership. And this workshop is a 4-hour workshop that's intended to really cover the basics of what's different. And every NAUI member, every NAUI instructor that teaches leadership, Dive Master, AI, and all NAUI instructors are eligible, even without attending a workshop, can teach leadership. We'll get great benefit out of coming to that workshop. So we're looking to engage with our members more effectively by offering workshops, either for free or for low cost, to make them affordable and worthwhile to the members. So the other changes here, probably some of the changes are the addition of staff. You know, during the last year, Terrence Teisel has joined us as the Director of Training. So our training department is back up to 2 people on staff. That's Terrence and Jim Gunderson. For a while, we only had one person kind of overseeing training activities. And NAUI is a training organization. So having 2 people to help with training, we are developing, coming up on the end, we're in the final edit of 10 new instructor guides and student materials for 10 NAUI specialties, things like NAUI deep diving, night diving, dry suit diving. These are all courses that have been NAUI's curriculum really since 1960, but NAUI never developed these specialized instructor guides or student materials available to facilitate training. So old-time instructors always just kind of develop their own material, but today's consumer really expects to have that material prepared professionally, and all of those will be available at DEMA. So those are new products coming out as well.
Wow, it's like you guys are just sitting back doing nothing down there in Florida.
No, it is a very, very busy place. We still have more work to do than we have time to get it done, but we try to stay engaged with members and listen both to what members are looking for, what can we do better, and what products would help the NAUI professional, whether that's the dive business owner or a NAUI instructor working part-time out of their home. They're both equally important to us, and I want to know what do you need from us that'll help you do your job?
It's interesting. I'm sitting here looking at some of the different courses and so forth that are going to be offered at DEMA this year, and there are just some phenomenal things. But that's just such a small part, really, of the entire year. I mean, obviously, we plan very well for the DEMA Show. The DEMA Show is a big part of the industry, but there is so much more, as you mentioned, during the year that you're working toward doing these instructors' guides and working with Dan to keep these courses and so forth going. Is there really enough hours in the day, or would you like to lobby the current Congress for some more hours?
Well, I'd like to lobby the Congress for more hours and more funds so we can go out and do more work. Like I say, there is no one at headquarters who's sitting around not working very hard. I also want to shift the focus a little bit. We talk about things like DEMA and headquarters, and we probably, unless we're careful, we might start to think a little bit too much just about what's happening in our neck of the woods. But NAUI is an international association. We have offices and members throughout the world in Europe, Asia, Middle East, Africa, Brazil, and all of those service centers require attention and support from headquarters. I've had the opportunity to hit most of those service centers and be involved in member meetings. So think about when I talk about what we're doing here at headquarters, multiply that by 6 more offices around the world, and think of all the members that we're touching and trying to support. It's a full-time job. And in addition to all the workshops I've mentioned here, we're also replicating and conducting those workshops around the globe. We're also really working hard to begin translating more of our materials into the languages that people need. That's an area that, quite frankly, NAUI was a bit behind on. Maybe didn't translate as much of our material over the years as we should have, and it is something that I've talked with the board about, and we're taking steps to address. And that's going to be a multi-year effort, but NAUI members, no matter where they live in the world, should get the same level of support that we're used to getting here locally in the U.S., and that's our goal.
One of the other things that was mentioned to me here recently, and I know this is something that's been worked on, and it's kind of a thorn in our side, is NAUI's presence on the web. I know that you are deep, deep, deep into working on that right now.
We are. And, of course, the public-facing website went through a complete rebuild a little more than a year ago now. So what the public sees to engage, at least as a window to the world about NAUI, is completely new, again, about a year old now. But behind that has been an ongoing IT project to completely revolutionize the way that NAUI members do business with NAUI and the way that the public does business or can engage with NAUI. And I know that our members have been listening to me talk about that for over a year now. I wish I could tell you the exact date we're going to go live with that work. It is going to be this year, and I've told the board I'm not giving any more absolute predictions until we nail a few more details down. But I'll tell you this much. We have scheduled hands-on live sessions for our members who are able to attend DEMA, showing them how the new website works. That has been a major focus for the last 8 to 10 months here. It is a tremendous amount of effort touching not only everything from how do you certify a student, how do you manage e-learning, completely new e-learning platform, so how do NAUI students use e-learning in their programs. The NAUI store has been completely redesigned on a new platform that will also allow the public to purchase, not all, there'll be some products restricted to members only, but the public will have an opportunity to shop and engage more with NAUI. Every aspect of operations will be impacted by the launch of this new site. And all I can tell you is because it is so comprehensive, people, when we talk about a website, people think, well, it's just a website. How can it take that long? Actually, it's far more than just a website. It's the entire NAUI business and NAUI association being able to be conducted online. So look for announcements coming in the near future with more exact information. And when we do roll that out, we will also schedule not just sessions at DEMA and other international conferences around the world, but we'll also schedule webinars online so members can get online and talk with staff from headquarters and take a look at the new IT infrastructure.
Again, sounds like there's really nothing happening at headquarters or at DEMA this year at all, other than everything. I'm not
It
quite,
feels that way. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how you guys, again, can put in only 12 or 14 hours a day and get anything done. But it is exciting to be a part of NAUI and exciting to see all the neat things that are happening. And thank you for what you're doing there, Dallas.
Well, and I want to thank the members, really, not just for me, but for the entire staff. I'm very fortunate to have such a hardworking staff, very talented people, and I think most of the members recognize that and appreciate it as well. So, and it's a two-way street. So we appreciate members, appreciate hearing from members. We're here for one reason, and that is we are a membership association, so our focus is on providing member support.
And we hope that you as listeners will continue to support NAUI. I hope that you'll also continue to support the NAUI podcast, which I enjoy doing every week. And Dallas, I want to say thanks again for spending some time and just kind of grazing the surface here of what's happening at NAUI headquarters.
Let's talk again after the website goes live, and then we'll delve into that in greater detail.
Absolutely, sounds like a great time. Dallas, thanks again.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, and if you like what you hear, be sure and hit the like button on the iTunes and Google Play so that you don't miss a single episode. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. Email me, podcast@naui.org. That's this episode of NAUI's Dive Team Report. I'm Greg Martin. Thanks for listening. I'll see you underwater.